The way Tommie ate Tamar up in their response, oh my God. I sat on his head and sent him home. Girl, to that, I say thank you.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Kingeries video. I know it's been a minute. I'm back. Girl, it has been an interesting month. I know we are halfway through the month of December. I hope y'all enjoying y'all month, y'all week. Girl, we got a couple things to get into. A lot of things, to be honest, because girl, it's been a lot of things that I've had thoughts on. I just haven't had the time. And girl, I had food poisoning like a week ago thanks to Popeyes. Girl, if y'all get a Popeyes ad right now, girl. So that's why y'all didn't get no Kingeries videos. But it's been a lot going on the last week. We're gonna talk about all the things, girl. We got to talk about Megan Thee Stallion coming, doing her live stream, addressing all of the things. Pardi, her ex, is on a press tour for an album mixtape that nobody's interested in. What did Cardi B say in that song with her ex-husband? Boyfriend, whatever they is this week. There ain't nobody listening to you unless you're talking about me, period. Cardi ate that. She did that. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about y'all fave, Tiffany Haddish catching a DUI and being charged. We gotta talk about Married to Madison Quad getting the boo. Is she getting the boo? We did a live stream about it on YouTube yesterday. Also been doing reviews on Married to Madison on my Patreon on the $10 tier. Come on, House Martell. We gotta talk about Diddy some more. We gotta talk about the Color Purple press tour. So many things. Johnathon Majors, girl. Woo! So much. But before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and do this mental health check-in. If you ain't interested, it might be a little sad. You might want to skip ahead. Go ahead and skip. I'm gonna have what's name in the description. You can skip on to the T. But just to be real, mental, she's doing a lot. I don't know if it's the anxiety for the next year or I'm ready for this year to end because it has been taxing on me. I don't know what's going on, but girl, I feel very weird and I just need a break, girl. 2024 has not even gotten here yet and I'm nervous about her, girl. I am nervous. I don't know if it's y'all, but between inflation, all of the other things that's going on, it's just very taxing. I'm seeing a lot of people that I love and I care about, like needing resources and money, and just everybody's finances are, whack. Like I'm seeing even folks who I normally see spend coin kind of holding back right now. So I feel y'all, like we all are experiencing some level of financial something. Like I don't know what to call it. Like even the folks who usually have it have had to put back a little bit. Like I'm not seeing folks out like I used to. I'm not going out. I'm not doing the things that I used to do. And that's because I am nervous about whatever is going on. It's just way too much. And that's how I feel. Just a little uneasiness. And that's why I'm gonna get back on my antidepressants. So I'm like, girl, I need to pick me up. I appreciated so much Megan's live where she talked about she was sad and going through it and crying and still going out, and her friends wasn't like pushing back and say, hey girl, it's okay, let's stay in the house. And that is something I've been talking about, and that's something I've noticed since I have stopped drinking as much. And we're gonna get into that later on in this video, and I've been talking about it on Patreon as well, because it is very personal and all those things, but I appreciate y'all listening and rocking with me as we go through this journey together. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the tea for today. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Megan Thee Stallion, girl, did a live stream and she basically just ate it up. Like a 10-12 minute live stream. She got into the thing. She got online, she basically just let the chopper sing. She has been, very offline the last couple of years, and it's understandable. She even talked about that. And she's also doing a new song for the Color Purple. Happy for her. And she's doing some stuff with the Olympics and something. Like Megan Thee Stallion is doing some things. She's even decided that she's not going to like sign with no label. She has a distribution deal with I think Warner Brothers or Warner whoever, child. Girl, this is how y'all know. I just talk about the culture. I just talk. I don't know all the details all the time. Like I'm not a journalist. I don't have a degree in journalism. But yes, Megan Thee Stallion, I'm happy for her. And this live stream was just very open and honest. She talked about like her ex a little bit, and Partisan has been on this press tour to talk about his music and him, and nobody's interested in Partisan Fontaine like that. Nobody. Pardi, nobody is interested in you. We're halfway interested in you when you have your shirt off. But considering all the things that you have been like doing and moving, how you are like moving with this breakup and stuff, it's making us look at you in a very nasty light, and it's not turning us on anymore. Like, we were loving you being respectful and Megan and all the other stuff. And like how you moving with this, you cheated. Like, Partisan cheated. He cheated. He want to say he didn't cheat, I don't know what to define cheating, all this other stuff. But it's like, girl, you were cheating. You got caught up. Y'all broke up. Like, that's what it is. Now, Megan Thee Stallion says, like, she could have been talking about anybody in this song. Now, given Megan knows if she says something about an ex, she knows that folks are going to assume it's her past or whatever. Like, come on, Megan. Now, you ain't Megan, girl. Like, you know. But I wish Megan would not have brought it up in the music. I kind of wish she didn't like bring it up, because it's just, it turns into this, but it doesn't matter what she would be able to say or whatever. Folks was going to criticize that or whatever, but I don't know. Like, so Partisan could have just took that and just ran with it and just went on about his business and but Partisan felt the need to clap back and say stuff and, you know, release songs and all the other stuff. And he did some stuff. He even mentioned about her quote unquote line. Come to find out, it was about her lying about like a BB. I don't know what it was. I haven't listened to it. I have no desire to listen to Partisan at all talk about anything, to be honest. Just not. But he should have known, like, you mentioned a lie or anything, that's going to gas the folks who do not like Megan. Like, you know what that does. And I think Megan needs to talk about, like, you know how these folks respond to Megan Thee Stallion online, like these misogynists and stuff, and, you know, do not even believe and are interested in Tory Lanez or any of these things, but just want to support a person that is, you know, being nasty and disgusting to another black woman. It's really sad how misogynoir shows up and how everybody's so supportive of somebody who has not a lick of talent. But Megan Thee Stallion talked about that. She even talked about this Kelsey thing. Apparently there's some new drama coming out about a witness seeing something and it can dismiss the story or whatever. I am not interested in these conspiracy theories, because these conspiracy theories are only being fueled by folks who just do not want to believe a black woman. They just don't. Like, there is no truth. Like, Tory Lanez got on the phone, the jail call, and said he was wrong for what he did. He did not get on the stand and plead his case. Kelsey did not get on the stand and plead any of this stuff. Like, girl, the only person who's got on the stand was Megan. Like, Megan, you know, got on the stand. And she told her truth. So I'm not understanding, if somebody's saying you did something, whatever, why y'all not defending yourself? And Megan talked about this. She said, girl, you're not on the stand defending yourself. So what's going on? Like, why you can't say it? Because she may have been paid allegedly by Tory Lanez or his folks. Like, they might have paid her to do something and not say some stuff. Like, now witnesses and stuff coming out. Where was y'all at a couple of months ago? Where was y'all at during this trial? Y'all were not nowhere. But now y'all want to come out. She said her piece. The jury made their decision, and Tory Lanez is in jail. There's no changing that. He is in jail, point blank, period. Love that for him. But Megan also talked about, like, going through depression and just feeling sad. And, you know, a lot of the folks that, you know, was around her never told her, hey, girl, we ain't got to go out tonight. We ain't got to drink. We ain't got to do that. And that's something that I have always been very adamant on, is sometimes you don't need to go out and drink just because you had a bad day. Like, just because you had a bad, like, day or something that's going on doesn't mean you need to go out and turn up. Like, no shade. I've had folks in my life that is how they operated. Like, if it was sad, it was something, they would go out, get drunk, get towed up, and that's how they dealt with it. But then it's like the next day that stuff is still here. Like, you only put it off, and I get it. We all procrastinate. I'm procrastinating on some stuff right now. I'm definitely some things I need to be working out right now that I'm just like, no, I don't want to deal with it right now. But there's nothing wrong with friends telling you, hey, girl, maybe we need to stay in the house today. Like, let's not get drunk. And I honestly, since I have taken a break from alcohol, I did have a drink last weekend. It was my first drink in probably like 2.5 months. But I just noticed how people operate. Like, every weekend it is, oh, I got towed up this weekend. Oh, I got towed up Sunday. I got towed up. It's like, What is going on, girl? Like, every time you go out, you're getting tore up. Like, I remember a close friend was dating somebody, and they were just saying, like, girl, I can't talk to this person because every time I talk to this person, they drunk. Like, every time I talk to them, they're talking about them being out. And like, folks do not want to be around that. And someone who has had alcohol abuse in my family and other forms of, like, addiction and stuff, I don't want to be around that. I don't want to date anybody who is consuming like alcohol every week. I just cannot do it. It's too much. And I've been trying to see if it's a trigger or something for me, but I don't necessarily think it's a trigger. I think that it just kind of, to me, shows me how a person deals with stress, and I don't want to invite myself into that, because if you feel like that you need a drink every time something goes wrong and stuff, like, things are going to go wrong. We got to find other healthy ways to cope and to deal with stuff. And I just don't think that alcohol is something that I want to surround myself around. I just don't want to be around it like that. Like, I don't have no issue with the girls getting drunk and doing their thing, but for me, I don't want to be around somebody who's never sober. Like, they're always somewhat inebriated or something. It's just a lot. And Megan said once you start to take it back and stuff, you know, she started to know, it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, this is what it is. And that's the realization that I have dealt with since I've not been drinking. Like, that's the realization, like, okay, girl, like, this is like, let's find other ways to cope and fix the problems, because us getting drunk and stuff ain't finna fix it. And she said these friends were not like offering anything else other than that, because they want to turn up. Because they don't actually care about you mentally or what you got going on. They care about turning up. And they are doing it on your dime. Not just financially, but also mentally. Mentally. Like, I don't want to be around it. But it is what it is. I'm glad that Megan got on the live stream, talked about it. She looked amazing. Her blonde hair looked cute. She talked about some other stuff, but I ain't going to spend too much time on it. But Pardi's doing these podcast and everything. He went on the Breakfast Club, and I just feel like folks they're not asking him the real questions. Why y'all not asking Partisan about these tweets that he was deleting and why he locked up his Twitter account? Y'all are letting him talk about Megan. Oh, we're not gonna say her name, da da da. Girl, ask if y'all want to really be messy, since Partisan is being messy and talking about this whole relationship, like he is like riding on this relationship to be relevant. Why y'all not asking him about these tweets where he was talking about his girlfriend or his future wife is 14 right now? Why y'all not asking him about these tweets? Like, y'all sitting here dragging Megan, letting him eat Megan up and all this other stuff, but y'all ain't holding him to the fire. There was only one person who denied him, and that was Scotty Bean. Appreciate her, period. Like, a journalist. She said that Pardi reached out to be on her podcast, and she denied, period. I think that's what needs to happen. Angela Yee doesn't have a moral bone in her body. Like, she does not. If it's attention, she gonna seek it. Like, she has never shown us that she gonna stand up for anything. And I get that you want lip service to pop and you want to do stuff, but you know what? A lot of y'all have these huge platforms and y'all don't have the politic to match it. And that's what concerns me. I've been consuming a lot of podcasts lately, and there's some really good, well-produced podcasts, but how you all are on these podcasts, how y'all speak and where y'all politic is at, is so bad that y'all are not adding anything of substance to the conversations. Y'all are not really doing anything but letting folks abuse y'all platforms. And it's disgusting. And that's what Pardi did on Angela Yee's stuff. That's what happened on the Breakfast Club. Like, girl, no type of whatever. And Partisan's girlfriend should feel some type of way, because, girl, this man is going on tour, like, he's talking about all this stuff, and you sitting right next to him. He over here talking about his ex. He's doing a whole campaign talking about his ex. Like, it is what it is, yes. But you with a man that is literally consistently talking about his ex everywhere. Girl, you should feel some type of way. I don't want to be with no man like that. Like, yes, we can talk about exes and stuff to heal and conversations and stuff, and we can do that, but girl, hold press to it, like, girl, he gonna do you the same way. That would cause alarm to me. If I saw somebody doing something like that, it would cause alarm to me. Moving on, child, because I know I took a lot of time talking about that. Let's move on. Let's talk about Johnathon Majors. So Johnathon Majors has been defended by the same folks who was out here yelling free Tory. Basically, these text messages prove that something did happen. I can't say it, but they proved that something did happen between him and this girl. The audio dropped too of him talking and saying He needs this white woman to be his Coretta Scott King and all this other stuff. Like, girl, like, it is a lot. The text messages are damning. Like, I think it's over. I think it's up. Like, there is no, right now, the only Marvel movie that is coming out, or Disney project associated with Marvel or whatever, that's coming out next year is Deadpool 3. That's it. Like, they're saying, like, Disney, Marvel, they're doing a reset right now. And I believe it. Like, I don't think that they're going to continue on with Johnathon Majors. I think they're going to probably scrap it some way, shape, or form. And they're going to move on to something else. But they're doing a reset, and hopefully they're probably thinking like, girl, maybe doing this reset, folks have been to forget about it, whatever. Maybe Johnathon Majors' career is not done. He is a man, but he's still a black man. So he's still a man, but he's a black man. So it's kind of like up in the air. He might recover from this. Apparently Hollywood loves folks like Johnathon Majors, abusers. We have no problem supporting abusers. Like, no shade to folks who were very, very strong and dragging Diddy and saying all these things, are now out here celebrating, listening to an album of a person who has literally not only married an abuser, but also has worked in silencing a victim of the abuser. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, but I guess you can separate the art from the artist. I guess you can, girl. But we're gonna be talking about that. But yeah, Johnathon Majors, I feel like it's just like kind of cooked, to be honest. Like, it's no shade. I think Johnathon Majors is definitely cooked from looking at these text messages and stuff. And the video of him running from his woman, like, girl, it's not funny. It's actually not really funny. And I hate that this stuff happens like this, because we really do be consuming it like it's pop culture stuff, and we be laughing and turning it into reactions and stuff. But this is also somebody's real harm and real stuff. Like, girl, I don't know. It's some very weird stuff going on. I just don't know how to explain it, but yes, those are my thoughts, a little bit thoughts of Johnathon Majors and whatever he got going on. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Color Purple press tour that I am loving seeing. It is beautiful, loving seeing Fantasia and all the other folks who are going to be a part of this beautiful project. Everybody looks amazing. The interview and stuff that happened on Jennifer Hudson's show, really good. Just seeing Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia hug just took me back to 2004, listening to I Believe, because that was the song that we did for our class day when I graduated high school in 2005. I believe, like, she was really singing, I believe, across the sky. Baby, I get chills. Because that was a song I graduated, because baby, I almost did not graduate from high school. If it wasn't for Miss Hammond, oh my God, Miss Lavinia Hammond, my English honor teacher who kept me from failing. Miss Moore, she tried to fail me, but I did pretty good, but she was a homophobe anyway. Who else? Mr. Crowder, Timothy Crowder, and Mr. John Fleming, and because I was about to fail Algebra 2 and Geometry, and these folks saved me. Like, these folks, because I didn't understand none of that stuff. Like, I think I was supposed to fail. I was about to fail, and they gave me like 5 more points, and like, it took me up. Like, I appreciate them. Like, I appreciate, shout out to the black teachers that be knowing, like, girl, I was dealing with a lot. I was coming into myself and my queerness and all the other stuff. I was dealing with ADHD, undiagnosed ADHD, and I just could not focus. It was a lot going on, like, and I was young. So I appreciate these folks, because I really thought it was gonna be the end of the world if I did not graduate high school. I still have nightmares to this day about not finishing high school. And I'm like, girl, I've been okay. I probably would got in trouble with my parents, but girl, it was like, I thought that was it. Like, ain't nothing else. If you don't graduate high school, it's it. But it's like, girl, hello, it's still ain't it. It still ain't it. Now, how I get from the Color Purple to all this? See how my ADHD be cutting up? But seeing Fantasia, I just loved it. It was just a full circle moment seeing her and Jennifer Hudson. You all know that Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia were like, I think when they was on the bottom 2 that night. Like, it was a lot. So just seeing them, it was amazing. I have never seen The Color Purple. Drag me. I have never seen The Color Purple. I haven't seen the first one. I don't know if I'm going to see the remake. I do not know, y'all. I am very thankful for The Color Purple and the conversations about the things, black women and all that other stuff. I think it's a brilliant piece of the culture, period. I just don't know if I can sit through it. I just don't know. It's gonna have to be a special type of somebody for me to sit back and watch the whole movie, because I just do not know. Plus, I do not like singing in movies. I hate it. If it's not like a song that's like over some stuff, if they start singing and stuff, it's a chop for me. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I don't know if it is, but it seems like it's like giving a little bit of musical, but I can't do it. I cannot. Y'all know I can't do it. But I've seen enough clips. I feel like I've seen enough clips of The Color Purple that I know. But maybe I'll read the books. Maybe to avoid the colorism and some of the casting, no shade, I will read the books, period. Now, it is interesting that Oprah said the executives wanted Beyonce or Rihanna to be in this movie. I appreciate whoever made the decision for them not to be involved in this movie. Like, hello? Shows you how colorism shows up, and you know, as much as we want to, it still showed up a little bit in the casting. There's been some conversation about one person that is supposedly dark-skinned in the book, but in the casting, she's been casted lighter twice. I think that's supposed to be Nettie. And y'all tell me, because I know y'all know. I know y'all know. Maybe it might make me read it or something. Maybe we have a discussion about it. Maybe. Because I know T loves it. I know Deshaun, both of them love The Color Purple. That's their stuff, child. They probably have been already invited to go see what's the name, but I've never seen it. But it's beautiful, cute. Love that for them. Girl, the way Tommie got Tamar together. I have watched that video so many. It was hilarious. Baby, Tommie said she sat on that man's head and sent him home. She said she sat on that man's head and sent him home. So, for those who do not know, Tamar was on her tour, and you know, she was like, she had to go get her man back. She had to go get her man back because he was, you know, he was with a crackhead. That's what she said. So what she said, he was like with a crackhead. So I had to go get my man back. So, you know, Tamar been dating some white man, the white man from Black Panther who stole the vibranium. Girl, when somebody tweeted that, I must have screamed, because for the longest, every time I saw him, what's his name, Derek or something, like he's a boxer or something? I don't know, but he do look like the white man that was stealing vibranium with the cannon. Like, what was his name? Claw. Claw. Baby, I'm gonna go back and watch Black Panther just for that, the first one, because I didn't like the second one. Did I say that out loud? Y'all ain't heard nothing. But yes, baby, Tommie got on there. She had her Fendi prints on, girl. She had her outfit. And she was like, what's up? Like, I heard you was saying this and da-da-da. Like, I sat on his head and sent him home. Like, you know, and he was talking about you down, girl. He, like, Tommie ate him up and ate her up in the process. She dogged this man out, said she sat on his head. I love, baby, when women be talking about they done dogged the man out, it makes my credit go up, and I need it, because my utilization is up. I loved it. When y'all say y'all done sat on the man's head and sent him home, dog these men out, period. I love it. The way she talked about it was hilarious. He reached out to her, they had a conversation DM, and it went like there, and you know, she said she had a good time, but she wasn't interested in his middle-aged income. Middle income or whatever. Like, I just, oh God. And this all started because Tamar called her a crackhead. Like, why would you say that? Like, and Tommie was like, girl, it's not giving that. You know, it's not giving that. And Tamar just put herself in this beat. Like, Tamar, she be doing real good one time. Tamar be doing real good one day. And we'll be giving her flowers, her things, and all that stuff. Then she just be on stupid stuff because she's just not a genuine person. She's not a genuine person. Like, she's not a good person either. Like, she's been caught out for homophobia several times. Like, even the stuff that happened to, you know, that guy on her tour, him getting his head bust in by Krishan. Like, girl, like Tamar is she's a hoot. She's a hoot. And Tommie wore her out. Like, Tommie dragged her down. Talked about, you know, girl, what this man said about her. Even played the audio of him dragging Tamar and her tour. Talking about the tour is not that good. It's not doing that well. It's giving cash grab. Like, spilling all of her tea and her secrets. And you still with this, and y'all arguing about a white man. Like, Tommie not even arguing about it. She just like, girl, I'm just getting how I live it. Like, it is, me and my dude, we kikiing about it. We laughing about it. But you over here, like, treating this white man as the prize. Tamar, the only prize you need to be worried about is your vocals that you're straining on this tour, sister. Like, that's the prize you need to be worried about. You over here piping this white man up. Like, you deserve all of these lashings. They also chewing you up because you were dragging your sisters for seasons on Braxton Family Values for a while about they trash dudes. Now you got a trash white man. Not even just a black man that's trash. You got a white man that's trash. Girl, you got a slave on them. Like, that's what it is. That's what it's giving, sister. I hate that for you, but I don't. But yeah, girl, that's Tommie. She said she sat on that man here and sent him home. I screamed. That shit was funny. Moving on, girl. Yes, I talked so much, child. We have really talked. So this is going to be part 1 of the King of Reese video. Follow the next video for part 2. Talk to you soon.